Vincent Tremblay, James Sucks, Andreas Anderson, Noble Bowles, Adam Hewitt, Tristan Hoffman, Ryan Peters, and Andrew Peacock. Thank you so very much. I am eternally grateful for your continued support. If any of you were wondering my channel memberships, I only have one tier. It is $2.99 a month, and it allows you to have early access to my videos. Okay, so let's talk about these matchups, shall we? As always, we'll start with the AFC, move to the interconference games, and finish with the NFC. I'm sorry for the crickets outside. They are very active today. I think it's because we're finally really starting to see some of that summer weather around here. Okay, the Houston Texans versus the New York Jets. Now, the Jets have had a pretty rough go of things. I've been highly critical of them. But the Texans, Nico Collins is still out. And last week, Stephon Diggs tore his ACL and is not going to play again this season. So I think that the offense in Houston is going to struggle quite a bit in this matchup. Now, Joe Mixon is obviously still a weapon, but I have a feeling the Jets could get an upset win here, and I'm going to take them to win it at home. Also, I don't know why this is, but I feel like I'm kind of in a mood at the moment, so I might be picking lots of upsets this week. Patriots at Titans. So, right now, Drake May is out on concussion protocol. And I don't know, this is still a few days away, but because you have Mason Rudolph in Tennessee. Man, if Drake May is out, Jacoby Brissett, I think Brissett is overall better. Because I think outside of them, the teams are both Tennessee has a pretty good rushing game, all things considered. And the Patriots are really, really bad at stopping the run. Like, really bad. And if you have a quarterback where they're going to be handing the ball off a lot, I could actually maybe see the Titans winning this. I was originally thinking New England, but I talked myself into Tennessee. Dolphins have Bills. This is one of those ones I don't need to elaborate on. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills here. They absolutely mollywopped my Seattle Seahawks last week. Just absolutely embarrassing. But, and now we have the Raiders versus the Bengals. Now the Bengals, their offense has been struggling a little bit. Over the last 3 weeks, I think they're only averaging a little bit over 18 points per game. And the Bengals, they have a pretty bad defense overall. I think their overall defense is 23rd in the league. this Raiders squad, so give me Cincinnati. Broncos at Ravens. So this is what I'm talking about when I say that I'm in a bit of a mood for picking upsets. Because I was really hyping Baltimore going into last week. Then they take the L last week against the Cleveland Browns with Jameis Winston under center. Now, there were moments where I felt like the Ravens should have or could have won that game. Derrick Henry getting stuffed on a 4th and goal opportunity comes to mind. Some of the dropped passes or errant throws by Lamar Jackson come to mind that maybe he shouldn't or wouldn't usually make. But this Broncos team, I feel like, are the type of team that could upset and surprise this Baltimore Ravens squad. These teams do, funny enough, both have the exact same record. I think, obviously, the easy money is Baltimore, but I'm going to predict the upset here. I'm going to predict a Denver Broncos upset. And then we come back here to Chargers versus Browns. Both teams coming off of wins. But I was really impressed last week with how this Browns team looked, how they played. Especially Jameis Winston, he played a very composed game, was calm under pressure, remained in the pocket. I think that I could see, I don't think it's obviously out of the question that the Chargers win this. And if this was still Deshaun Watson, I think I would easily be picking the Chargers here. And I mean, Justin Herbert has been slinging the ball a lot. The Chargers have a very good pass defense. So Jameis Winston being composed, Jameis Winston slinging the ball a lot. He does have a history of struggling with turnovers. Chargers have the number 9 pass defense in the entire league. I just have a feeling I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns. Okay. Interconference games. Jaguars versus Eagles. Do you really need me to put too much into this one? I don't know what you want me to say. Plus, I mean, the Jaguars, they already weren't winning games, and then they had a bunch of injuries last week. Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, there's somebody else as well. Then Cam Robinson got traded. I think even without all that, I'm still going Philly. Colts versus Vikings. We had the Vikings go from undefeated to losing back-to-back games. Not only that, Anthony Richardson is sitting. Joe Flacco is now your starting QB. Now I think that does probably overall increase the odds of the Colts winning. And the Vikings' pass defense is really not good. I think they're one of the worst in the league, if not the worst in the league, at pass defense. So, if you have a more competent thrower of the ball in Flacco, but do I think that this Vikings team are going to win? Are going to lose rather 3 in a row? I just don't know. If they lose this, then I think it's panic button time. Buccaneers versus Chiefs. I have to follow my rule. Undefeated teams at this point. I'm gonna keep picking them till the momentum stops. And if you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, this game, but with Evans, Godwin, everything else that went wrong for them, I just don't know if they hang with the Chiefs. So give me Kansas City. NFC Commanders versus Giants. Now we have already seen this matchup this season. This is the second time that these two teams are meeting. I think their first matchup was in week 2, and that was kind of the week before the sort of Jaden Daniels coming out party. I think that happened in week 3. Did New York... No, that was a close game, so that was 21-18 Commanders. Yeah, I'm gonna go Commanders in this one as well. I think they'll beat them both times this season. Cowboys Falcons. The Cowboys have been disappointing me and letting me down every time that I've picked them to win so far this season. And the Falcons have been much more reliable for me. I think they're overall the better team. I think they're the more talented team. What's weird is I do feel like this Cowboys team should be better on paper. But they have a lot of key injuries, especially on defense. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Give me Atlanta. Carolina Panthers versus New Orleans Saints. Bryce Young is gonna be playing this game again, but Derek Carr is gonna be back supposedly for New Orleans. Now, Deontay Johnson, the Panthers traded him earlier this week. Bryce Young did have 2 touchdowns last week, but also had 2 receptions. Carr coming back will be an upgrade over Spencer Rattler. You know what? I do think the Saints will win this. I do think they will. And I'm going to say that now before I pick the Panthers. But I need you to understand I am making this pick for ultimate peak chaos because I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers to win because think about how funny it would be. He gets benched after week 2. Andy Dalton comes in. He gets hurt. If Bryce Young comes back and wins this game against Derek Carr, that is the funniest possible outcome. So that's the outcome I'm picking just for those reasons. Bears versus Cardinals. The Bears are such a hard team to predict at this point. I thought they really did not look good last week. Obviously, the Hail Mary pass is what won the game for the Commanders, but overall, I feel like the Bears' offense did not look that good overall. And now you have Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr., who they've been kind of developing this sort of chemistry. But the Cardinals don't have a great defense. The Bears have a good defense. The offense, it's not bad, but it's inconsistent. If Caleb Williams shows up and he plays like he was like in the last few weeks, not last week, Bears win. But I think Cardinals could be a winner here. Rams versus Seahawks. I'm just picking the Rams. McVay absolutely owns Seattle at this point. Doesn't matter if we're good. Doesn't matter if we're bad, and we are bad this year. Like the Rams just always beat us no matter what. And then Lions, Packers. Give me the Lions, especially with Jordan Love. I don't know if it was a re-aggravation last week or something of a groin. They haven't said whether he's going to play this game or not. But, I mean, the Lions, they put up 51 points last week, so they're looking real good at the moment, so I'm going to take them. So those are my predictions for this week of games. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.